Today, I stand before you not just as joint head of government, but as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, and as an aunt. And we live in very unprecedented times, and we have never, ever saw a situation like this here before. We know only too well that people are frightened, people are concerned. We understand that that is the depth of feeling right across society. This evening, I want to speak to the people at home right from the heart, to reassure you, our entire community, that we will, as political leaders, do absolutely everything within our power to protect our society. There is one priority at this time, and that is to save lives and to mind people. I want to reassure our elderly people and everyone out there living alone that you will be cared for, and the best possible care will be provided to you whenever or if you fall sick. This virus has changed everything, and it cannot be business as usual. This is already impacting our economy, businesses, public services, jobs, and people's livelihoods. And it's a very, very difficult time, and we know that you need our full support and you need resources. It really does your heart good when you see the depth of community spirit out there and the community response that's already happening on the ground. People are absolutely amazing, and they are our greatest asset. And I want to thank everyone for all the steps that they have taken to look after loved ones and people in their communities to date. We're going to need that sustained community effort in the time ahead. Clearly, I had a view that we could have moved quicker in terms of school closures, but I think today is about accentuating the positive and the fact that we are now in the position where schools are closing, and I believe that's the right thing for our pupils. This is a situation that we have never, ever witnessed before, so it's a time for us to think outside the box. And clearly we want children to continue to be educated, and clearly educators will want to continue to do that. So we have to find creative ways of doing so, and I have no doubt that we'll be able to do that. I think that certainly for many of the schools who have already closed, they will use the rest of the week to prepare for the fact that from Monday that no pupil will be in school. But this is a very anxious time, a very worrying time, and I think it's important that we work together to provide as much assurance to our families, to our people out there who are really, really anxious about what this means and how they're going to be able to respond to it. This is a time for us all to reach out, to reassure and to support one another. We each live in the shadow of each other. We need to be compassionate. We need to be caring for one another. We need to come together like we have never, ever done before. There is a number of measures which the Executive will take over the coming days, and we intend to do daily press conferences, and we intend to communicate with the public in terms of what we will do as an Executive. And over the past number of days, a number of ministers have already taken forward some measures. And particularly in response to the community effort and all that's being done, we're going to launch a communities response plan where the voluntary and community sector emergency leadership group come together to look at issues such as tackling poverty, food poverty, free school meals, those self-isolating and those people that are connecting with communities. We're going to launch a community support fund, launch an enhanced discretionary support fund, explore support for people in terms of rents. We need to look at all of these issues, and we will communicate all those things to the public in the time ahead. Can I also, just like Arlene, pay a tribute to the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare staff. You are the backbone of helping to treat people and also to save lives, and we are eternally grateful for all that you are doing. In terms of the business community and the concerns that there are, I know some difficult decisions have been taken this week and numerous people have lost their jobs. I am pleased to announce that we are going to bring forward 2 new grant schemes. This represents our immediate response to yesterday's announcement by the British Chancellor, and in the coming days we will bring forward many more announcements. The first is a small business grant scheme. An immediate grant of £10,000 will be provided to all small businesses who are eligible for the Small Business Rate Relief Scheme with an NAV up to £15,000. This will ease their immediate cash flow pressures. We estimate this scheme will cost £267 million and will assist 27,000 businesses here. We will also launch an immediate grant of £25,000 will be provided to companies in retail, tourism and hospitality sectors with a rateable value of between £15,000 and £51,000. Again, we estimate that this scheme will cost in the region of £100,000 million. or 100 million, and it will assist some 4,000 businesses. Together, these schemes provide some £370 million of assistance to the most vulnerable businesses. These schemes will be administered by the Department for the Economy, Invest NI, working with the Department of Finance and Land and Property Services. The Executive has already committed to providing a 3-month rate holiday to all businesses from April to June. And we do intend to make further announcements in the coming days. As a power-sharing government, know that we are united on your behalf. That is what you all deserve. That is what we as ministers are 100% committed to delivering. Your health and your well-being is paramount. We are pledging to you all that the sole focus of government has now turned to doing everything that is necessary to secure our public services, to ensure that our employers, workers and their families are supported. Our power-sharing government is determined to ensure that we act swiftly and decisively in your interests. Acting together, standing together, government with community, I know that we can come through this.